Hey guys, what's up? Phoenix here, and I'm back again in EFT with a relatively quick video today, covering the very basics of inventory management in Raid, and the tips and tricks that come along with that. So, hotkeying is going to be what we'll start off with. So, opening up the inventory system, you can see that I've got some meds, and I've actually got a grenade, all hotkeyed up. So in order to do this, grab your med from your vest or your pocket, same with the grenade, has to be either in your tactical rig or your pocket to be able to hotkey. Drag that down to the corresponding number, so you can drag it down to 4, all the way through to 0, and pretty simple, you hit that number on your keyboard and it activates that item. So if I say I broke my legs and needed to use the painkillers, if I were to hit 6, because it's hotkeyed up to 6, it uses the painkillers. Rather than having to right click and go use, you can just hook it up to the corresponding number and hit the button and you're good to go. That's pretty simple. Most people know how that works, especially in terms of meds. Not everybody knows, however, the fact that you can bust out an RGD, or any grenade for that matter, and hotkey it up. Again, so long as it is within your pockets or rig. Which grenades have to be anyway, because in order to use a grenade, typically speaking, you just hit G and you throw it. As long as it's in your pocket or rig. But you can actually hotkey it up. And what are the benefits to that? Well, I have done a video in the past, but I will showcase it again. But typically when you throw a grenade in Tarkov, basically all you do is you just have your weapon out, hit G, and you throw it in the vicinity of where you're looking. There's not all that much going on in terms of aiming the actual grenade. However, once you've hotkeyed it and hit the button, you pull it out in your hand. Well, this allows you to pull the pin, hold it in your hand. You're not necessarily cooking the grenade because you haven't let go of the release, but you can actually aim it a lot better. So it allows you to kind of gain a better understanding of where that grenade is going to land based on where your hand is pointing. The other thing that is useful is being able to breach and clear, which in its current state, eventually, as you can see, you'll be able to bang and clear before the time being. Breach and clear is it's a janky system, but it works. So rather than just opening the door or kicking the door down, you can actually breach, throw, and run away. And believe it or not, that works very, very well when trying to clear out, because people don't often notice the grenade's gone in there as well, because they've just heard the breach. Thankfully, this brings us into our next, I guess, tip or trick, or whatever you want to call it, and that is basically a few little shortcuts to actually using stuff. So, when you're looting, this works for anything: safes, pockets, players, dead bodies, jackets, anything that you loot. This is just basically a quick shortcut. So it also works in the stash as well. So if you hit Control, left click, rather than having to drag, it immediately transfers between whatever you're looking at and your inventory. So it makes that a little bit simpler to be able to do that. The other trick is very useful, because say we're going through and searching, my inventory is full and I want to drop this T-plug. Look on the right hand side, can't open context menu while searching. Kinda sucks. So that means I can't drop things quickly. I need to wait till I've searched through before I can actually drop something. Well, that's not necessarily the case. So, jumping back in, searching through, if you hover over the item and hit delete, even though it's searching, it'll just drop it immediately. So again, hovering over and hitting delete makes life a lot easier when searching through things if you've got too many items in your backpack and not enough space. That also works at any other time as well, so you can right click discard, or you can just hover over and hit delete. So again, relatively useful, but not something that everybody knows. Moving on, there is one last thing that is actually very useful and was brought to my attention recently by a subscriber, but in order to do that, we need to go find a body, so bear with me for 2 seconds. Okay, now we have a willing participant. So, looking at their corpse, this is basically what you're greeted with whenever you come across a player or a scav's dead body. So you typically have whatever headwear, face cover, eyewear, weapon they have, but then you also have, if they happen to have a rig, or pockets, or a backpack, you have this big ass unsearched area. And this is basically, you don't know what the size of what they have is, nor what's in there. And typically you click on the search text, and it starts to search. You discover how big their item, backpack, chest, rig, whatever is, and then you discover what's inside. Now this is all well and good, and basically you just have to be relatively accurate clicking on the search text. At least that's what I thought, until a subscriber brought it to my attention that after 9 months of playing I was an idiot and didn't realize you don't actually have to click on that text Just click on the big ass unsearched area. What do you know? You start searching. However, to stop, you do have to actually click on that little red X. You can't just stop any other way, aside from closing the inventory down, like that. But, damn it, open it back up. But, yeah, so, just another real quick thing that you don't actually have to click the search text. You can just click anywhere on that big grey area, which you may or may not have known. I sure as shit didn't, which is slightly embarrassing because I've been playing for way too fucking long to not know that. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new today. If you did, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, queries, downfall points, suggestions, a chat, or your own inventory tips and tricks that even I don't know, which wouldn't surprise me at this point, leave them in the comments below. Share and spread the love and knowledge. Anyway guys, like I said, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.